Hello and welcome each and every one of you. With you today is me, diagnosed linguistic international coach therapist from DCTcentre, and also I'm true speaker, healer, energy worker, guide, mentor, co-creator, galactic ambassador from Pleiadians. And joining me today on 888 Lionsgate portal is my lovely friends, Morganne Rayne, spiritual consultant, gratefully providing access to high dimensions of being. Morgan has been called the healer of healers as a way to describe the unique spiritual tools she shares. Morgan is here to serve those who seek great understanding of their sacred spiritual self and help deep desire to integrate the consciousness in their 3D world. And Jeannie Reina. Jeannie is saying about herself, I am lifetime student of growth. I continually take classes to enhance my knowledge base. At present, I'm studying internal family systems. So, hello, my wonderful, lovely lady. I'm so excited today. I can't sit like still. I've been excited for a couple days, and I think only Jimmy at the moment have no clue what we're talking about.
Oh no, I know.
She knows. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so so Morgan, please let us know what all this is about.
Well, last year we did a show. I think we've done it. I think this is our third time to do a Lionsgate show.
Yes, but even if we did, and I'm absolutely sure we already done, yes,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
but it wasn't the same.
It
Because
isn't. It isn't because we, as a species, we have evolved significantly since that period of time. And what's so amazing about this time is we've always celebrated the 8-8, right? The Lionsgate portal. It's probably the most powerful day of the whole year. So let's just put that into context, what this day is all about. First of all, we got that beautiful 8, and if you look at it, it's an infinity, right? I also kind of like to think of it as a Mobius loop. And if people are curious about that, you should research a Mobius loop. That's really cool. Okay, so today, well, because we're in the year 2024, 2024 is already an 8 year. So today it makes it August 8th, 2024, 888. And one of the things I love about it, and this won't be true for everybody, this is just personal to me, is that if you add up the 3 8s, right, it's going to equal 24. Well, that's my life path number in my horoscope, right? Or my numerology is a 24. So for me, it's like, I'm in that resonance, right? I'm in that resonance of that energy. So we've got 888, 3 8s, so 8 to the third power. We're looking at this day of incredible power, but this is a day where we have the capacity to access those higher dimensions. When you read my my bio on me, where it says I gratefully lead you to those places of those higher dimensions so that you can walk through. You always have the choice, right? Today is one of those easy days. The veil is very thin. The opportunity to enter into that conscious, we have to enter in. We have to choose. So today, I mean, I could go. I don't even want to go into the astrological. That's for people who really study that, right? But it's the day we totally are in alignment with the Sirius star. I mean, in cosmology and in in the land of the horoscopes, it's like this perfect alignment day. So yeah, here we are. And the last few days I've been doing lots of ceremony and clearing and cleaning to make myself an open vessel to receive these beautiful energies that are coming in, that just like want to scoop us up and love us and help us ascend. And we should take advantage of that. So the last few days I have been taking advantage of that, and lots of beautiful imagery has come to me, lots of yeah. So if it's appropriate, I'll share some of those things that might be shared during meditation, of some of the practices that were given to me. So yeah, I don't know, but that's basically what today is about. Again, every day is a powerful day, but on an occasion we're given this gift, and today's that gift. And if we choose to open it and participate in it and ride that wave of it, your life will be very different. So
I actually am so excited about everything what you already disclosed, but I started to get very excited. I by accident, but I know that's not accident. That was right time. I saw something about more than a week ago. I saw one YouTube post from a couple who I've been some time ago. I've been quite closely following, but then I sort of, when I drop everybody else, I drop following them as well. I get my own guidance, but about a week ago, I actually came to one of their YouTube videos, one of the latest ones, and they are going from, they live somewhere now, somewhere in America, but they traveling, and now they are in England, and they will be holding today, already is holding, not only be, but they are holding 888 portal ceremony in Glastonbury and in Stonehenge. Yeah, and apparently Stonehenge is the center of the earth where everything will start, and they will be implementing, like anchoring two new 5D and higher cities in Glastonbury and Stonehenge. And for me, this information that it actually starts not from America or any other place, yeah, but they are traveling to England, where I am, yeah, and it will start in England. It's give me such a boost of energy of this belief. Okay, now it will change. Yeah, so that's my way to actually why I'm so excited. Jeannie, what you have to say about this?
Okay. So it's interesting because I just watched a video on Gaia about the Lionsgate, and I didn't realize it was now, and and it was interesting because I didn't realize it. I was out working on my yard last night, like as the sun was setting, and I had this great urge to pull out my mat and do yoga underneath the moon. And it was very sacred. Like it was a very, for me, it seemed like very sacred to do. And I really took my time and honored, and I felt like I was really moved. Like it was a really sacred place that I was. And it was just beautiful. And I was like, wow, I can get this every day. But I wonder if that's part of it, all this.
Yeah, that's interesting. That stretching piece was part of a download thing I got during this last few days when I've been just tapping into all this energy. And what I got was not to do any heavy exercise, to simply stretch, to move every body part, move everything and stretch it and elongate it. And so I've been doing that. So that's really interesting that you were guided to do the same thing.
Yeah, I've never done yoga under the moon, you know?
Well, I didn't do it under the moon. I did it wherever I was, right? But it's like every little thing stretched. The fingers stretch them out, you know, the hands stretch it out. And so it was felt like it was like opening up energy portals. The more I was doing these stretches, these very conscious, slow opening stretches, and doing it to every part of my body. It was really powerful. So I'm glad that you brought that up again. And our viewers should really pay attention to that, because stretching is actually really good for you. If you're not stretching, well, you're probably pretty contracted and congested as well. But it opens up and it allows the energy to flow whenever we have it. And we've got energy portals in every part, in our hands, in our fingertips. Our fingertips are actually the most powerful. So if we got blockages going this way, then we don't have access to those energy portals. And those energy portals are for healing, for touching others, for that connection. Mm-hmm. So yay, stretching.
Yeah, it's really great. I somehow believe that we are in this loop, and we are from today, we are jumping this forwards, because they've been saying that from moment when Mr. T was attacked, yeah, timelines actually changed.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. You know, that
what was attacked?
When
Mr. T was attacked.
When that assassin tried to kill him.
TRUMP.
TRUMP. We can't say it on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Okay.
When that thing almost happened and it didn't happen, that's what they say, that the timeline actually shifted at that point, because the plan was that annihilation, and it didn't happen, right? So when it didn't happen, the timeline totally changed. So that means everything changes. So, you know, we get extracted out of that. So, yeah, I mean, they talk about it being biblical. They talk about being prophetic. They talk about it, you know, like that, you know, it's, and if you look into the scriptures, that whole thing, if you, because I love reading the scriptures. To me, it's like a guidebook. It's a historical reference. It's, you know, it's a lot of things. It's not, I use it very differently than some people use it. I use it as a guidebook. I use it as a historical reference. I use it to understand things that are happening in our current day, much like tarot cards, right? It just gives you guidance into what's going on and what's happening. And it talks about the I don't want to say, it's not savior, but it's like leader. And they talk about in the scripture about the bruising of the right ear and the blood flow of the right ear, right? It's really interesting.
Yeah,
bruising of the right ear and the blood flow from the right ear. So people who are really into prophetic scripture really are you know, looking at this as to, is this it, you know? So we certainly have a lot of signs and symbols in our world that things are changing, whether or not that person is the one or whatever. I you know, I don't know. I don't have any attachment to how it happens. I only know that we are to be those portals and the avenues for it to happen, and what is it that we want to happen, right? We've gone through, I think about humanity, the struggles, the suffering, everything that humanity has been through, like this wallowing in I go back to long time, kidhood, right? We're just sinners, right? We were branded. Right? You're just a sinner, right? And I love. There's a book written by what that Jesuit priest Jeannie that wrote that book about. It'll come to me, but Original Blessing. That's the name of the book, and I'll get the guy's name in here in a little bit. He was a Jesuit priest that said that no, that's a wrong interpretation, that we were all born sinners. Actually, we were all originally born to be blessed, right? But that consciousness got him kicked out of the Jesuit order. So, right, because he didn't, Matthew Fox. See, it was there. I knew it was there. So he got kicked out of the Jesuit order for that whole concept that he introduced, that we weren't here to be, we were not sinners. We were born to be blessed. But where is that consciousness taught, right? Because we're not taught that we're to be blessed. So we learn that as we go along. So I look at humanity, all of the suffering and all of that. But if we are divine, if that the truth is we are absolute divine, all of that stuff is just a key. It's just it's just a way that shows us what we let go of in the collective consciousness, like pain, suffering, all of that. So it shows up for us to release it and let it go, not to, oh, well, here it comes again. I guess I'm just going to be a victim of this some more. That's not it. We got it freaking wrong, right? Because we were born, we were taught these bad concepts, these wrong concepts, these untruthful concepts, that we are just sinners and that we're worthless and that we don't mean. And that is not the truth. We are divine, sacred, living lights of the Creator. And that's what we're shifting into all of that remembering of who we are. And some of us remember most of the time, right? Some of us are just getting it. It doesn't matter. It's that shifting. So today, I think, is like that cumulative opportunity to let go of all the wrong concepts we've been taught, all of that victimhood that we've been suffering under, right? All of those things those are not who we are. That's not who we are. And so I think that today is, every day is an opportunity today to do this work. But today is especially important. And we've got a few days, because I think this energy goes to like the 15th, to really bring it up and let it go. Let the energy of what we need to release, to transmute, to be released and transmuted.
And thank you for our followers who is watching us now. Please come on the comments and say hello to us. Say hello, ask your questions. Please participate in our chat. We are really waiting for you to actually participate with us. So say hello to us. Yeah, I understand. Actually, was supposed to be Mr. T gets killed, and then another 20 years, dark forces is here and keep enslaving us, and all what's going on at the moment is chaos. Yeah, it's just building up and keep going for another 20 years.
But that didn't happen.
But that didn't happen because we as a humanity, we are much more awake than they actually thought about. Yeah.
Exactly. That we
And
are, we're much more awake. And we're exercising our awakefulness. We're not like closet awake. We're like out there awake. We are open and awake. We are, it's like, there's something that happened. I don't know, we went to something at an event. Oh, we went to a concert. Jeannie was there, and I was just blown away because I was supposed to buy my parking ticket online, right? I could not figure out how to do that. So I figure, oh, I'll just get there. I'll just pay for it when I get there, right? Well, I get there, you were supposed to have already paid for it online, apparently, right? And the lady, when I get there and I'm in my car, and she goes, do you have you scan it, right? I go, no, I couldn't figure out how to do that. And this is what she said, and people just don't say this. And she goes, well, God's going to bless you today. And she took and put a star on my windshield that indicated that my parking was paid. People don't say, that's what I'm saying. Is like, people are so willing to now say, God's going to bless you today. It's like, and the thing for me when I got back to tell the story was like, people don't say that. They don't say that out loud, but this one said this to me. And it thrilled me that we are now being open and overt in our awakefulness. We're letting it leak out. We're not ashamed or any of that in our wakefulness. And so, that's why I think that timeline shifted, because too many of us are awake. And now there's a huge amount of us that are awake and are taking action. And then there's a huge amount of us that are awake, taking action and living it in their consciousness on a daily basis. So you see, it's not just enough to be awake. It's just not enough to say, I am awake. You must move it into action within your life. So that's where the transmutations take place. That's where the changes take place. So when we're talking about timelines, too many of us are breaking free of that constraint of victimhood, right? Too long we've been in that constraint, and it's not the truth of us, because too many of us are waking up. So yay.
yeah, it's actually, I can see how many people, imagine if one person who is in a little bit positive, yeah, can wake up 75,000, not wake up, but neutralize 75,000 who is in negative, yeah, then imagine how much impact everyone actually can do, yeah.
Exactly. Just one person, one way awake person can affect so many millions, right? And
So what I was going to say with Dega is, the ripple effect of one person, and like the woman saying to you, God's going to bless you today. And you told all of us, and, that energy, that vibration carries it, and it has ripple effects. And, so it's everyone can do this, can have a positive effect on each other, in ourselves and each other. It's just,
but that
we're more powerful than we think.
yes, we
really,
be doing one good thing per day, go somewhere, smile at somebody, say something nice, yeah, imagine how much effect it will be on everybody else.
Right. I mean, even when you're walking, I take a walk every day and, always say hello to people. And some people don't say hello. And, it's not about me. It's like, that's their stuff, and I just keep going and saying hello, it's just, and smiling at people, and I mean, what's interesting to me and one of the things that I'm really getting, is that we have, whatever we're doing, we have impact, and we can make it a positive or negative, but what we have to do is start being aware of our impact, and I'm really getting that what are we putting out there, and the impact it's having, and I just think, if we could be responsible for our impact that we're having, it can change the world.
Yeah. I think about that, and I love that thought, but how much it changes us, the impact it has on us as an individual, right? And when we tune ourselves up like that, we just go talk about the ripple in the pond. It's I like to like think about it like we become like the tuning fork, right? Mm-hmm. So if we're you know chimed at this level of unconditional love and joy and bliss and all that high frequency, and we chime ourselves into that, well, that, like a tuning fork, it literally it ripples out and touches others, and then they begin to have that frequency of that chime, of that and so that's what's important about us to understand and recognize that how we show up in the world affects others. So if we show funky and upset and victimized and all of that, then guess what? You affect others that way.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting, this concept of commiseration. I think we've talked about this before. This concept of commiseration, where when you're sad and you go talk to somebody and they get into the sadness with you, and or if you're angry and they get into the anger with you, right? It's so easy to drop down into the same frequencies, right? And begin to, but I would ask the question, how does that serve that person? And how is that serving you, dropping down into that frequency? I know you and I've talked about this, Jeannie, with working with people, right? It's and Dega too, right? When you're working with someone that's in the pits, or got low frequency or whatever, it's like what's the capacity to stay outside, not in their frequency, to lift your frequency up so much that their frequency just they can't help but change it. And what's interesting is that people who can't do that, there's a natural moving away from the energy, right? It's so it's no longer about commiseration to keep people around you. It's about being your frequency and let people experience it and vibrate at that, or move away if they can't deal with it. So yeah, so
I think that's another thing what many people are struggling, letting go of people who are not same frequency anymore.
Yeah, taps it.
Yeah, because I'm working at the moment with one lady who is in very, let's say, difficult relationship, and that is the relationship triangle, and the man is not happy where he is, yeah, but he sort of loves this other woman, but can't leave this woman which he is with, yeah. So he is like all the time taking away her energy, feeding on her energy, yeah, because she is all the time in this stress, yeah. He will call or he won't call. He will come or won't come. He will be there or not. Yeah, what's happened, what will be happening. Yeah, and
So
it's very difficult.
I'm
Yes,
sorry, I
yes.
didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
I
no.
was when you can step outside of that and see it, it's because the man won't make a choice. He is he's drawing both women into his toxicity, and so everybody is affected by it, and it sounds like the man's not living in an integrity about where he is. There's nothing wrong about where you are, like if you're in love with who you're in love with, and what it's your truth. You can't help who you're in love with, and it's just about becoming honest about where you are. And some people, I mean, this happens all the time, and some people say, oh well, I need to be with my wife because such and such, even though I love this other woman. And yet I think that he can still divorce the wife and take care of her, but be clean about where you are, and live in your integrity. It's like there's people make excuses because they don't want to own their own shit. And it's like you got to own it and just say, I this is where I am. You can't help your feelings. That your feelings are the one thing that's helps you live in your integrity. And it's like, and it's about being honest with it. And so there's a lot of bullshit that goes on, and people are manipulating and masking it on. And it's like we got to get clean within ourselves in order to fully being into this consciousness and vibration.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So at the moment is the time to let go of all toxic relationships, let go everything what is not yours to carry anymore.
Right.
Yep.
So we're moving forward, and it looks like we're moving forward quite fast.
We are moving forward fast. We've accelerated. So, you just, yeah, we've
And
accelerated.
just make huge loop about 20 years 20 years forwards. Yeah,
That's right.
that's quite timeline, I can tell you, if you're looking at 20 years of life. Yeah,
Absolutely. And you think about who told us about the other timeline. What was the agenda behind following the old timeline, right? There's a benefit for somebody, and it's not for us, right? If the benefit is to keep people enslaved and unconscious and sick and all of that, who wants that? Nobody really wants that. But we got caught in a loop of it, right? When that particular event happened, whether it was that event or it was just the divine timing of it, we've shifted where so many people go, no more, no more. No, we're standing up, we're claiming let's first claim our humanity, right? Which is, humanity's beautiful. Humanity's magnificent. Humanity's lovely.
I understand from some moment when this event happened, dark forces was actually breaching contract.
Yep.
Because there is divine contract that they cannot touch any light workers. Yeah, and they actually tried to kill one of the leaders of light workers.
Yep.
The biggest leader or whatever you call it, but one of the light workers, yeah?
Yep.
And now Galactics have opportunity to step in and change this timeline, yeah?
Yeah, well,
Help
it's already
humanity.
been changed. So we got that part done. So it's changed. It's us maintaining it now and not going back and getting stronger and strengthening who we are so that this never happens again. You know, it's like we are the ones collectively lifting humanity out of the lie, out of the prison, out of the, you know, because that's not, I'll go back to that, you know, the original blessing that I was talking about before, where even in churches we were convinced that we were just sinners, right? We were just, you know, in the Baptist church, there was a hymn they used to sing, and one of the lines in there was about such a worm as I. And it's like, what?
Sinners and slaves.
What? I am
But
no worm.
it's not only sinners, it's slaves as well.
Yep.
Because I know in Orthodox Church, yeah, there is humanity actually called slaves. We are slaves of God, yeah. Excuse me, I'm not anyone's slave. Sorry.
Right. That was an agenda, right? And it worked for a period of time. And now it's not working anymore because we're waking up to wait a minute, we're not all that, we're not that. Right. But who are we? So we've had that journey the last few decades, really discovering who we are as sacred spiritual beings, and waking up and getting stronger and have the capacity. And I'll say we've had to have help, right? We've had angelic help. I mean, we look at what happened there in Pennsylvania with that particular event, right? It was a microsecond. We would have been looking at brains blown out all over the place, but that's not what we saw. We saw a freaking miracle, right? Like a micro, like it's probably even less than that, right? And when I see things like that, I go, wow, somebody had somebody's back. You know, I've been in situations like that where I've come that close to something happening, right? And I look at throughout my life and I go, God, I've had divine intervention in my life all the time because I've gotten myself into some pickles. and truly, if I had not had divine intervention, I would not be here because I was going down some pretty dark paths, right? And every step of the way, I kept having an interference. Oh, like, no, we're not going down that path. You know, like when I was younger, I thought I wanted to be a biker chick. So I got me a biker boyfriend. Second date, he goes, you know, I'm not going to see you. I'm not going to see you anymore. You're too nice. Right. And I got upset because I was too nice to be a biker chick. Right. Well, when you find out what biker chicks get to do, I was saved. Right. Because it could have been so easy for me to slip into that world and become the biker chick. Right. But that's not what the Celestials had planned for me. That's not what I came here to do, to be a biker chick or any other thing that where you become a slave to a system, right? So I don't know where that came from. I don't think I've ever told anybody that story before.
But I think we hear quite openly telling lots of stories which one we don't even think about telling.
I know, but it just shows you that where was my sense of sovereignty and self-love and caring. It wasn't present, because if I was willing to just be a biker chick, right, some dude throw me on the back of his bike, and that was going to give me joy. And no, right? No.
Exactly.
Right. So every step of the way, divine guidance. Yeah. Yeah.
When I was 10 years old, I was riding a bike and I was going down a hill, and I was on the sidewalk, and I was going down a hill, and I went over the hill, and just as I went over the hill, the sidewalk ended, and so I landed right in the street, and there was a Mack truck that was like I landed underneath the Mack truck, and the two big wheels were looking at me like, and I'm staring at the wheels, and I couldn't get up, and he was stopped at a red light, and I couldn't get up. Like I was just like I froze when the wheels started going, and the red, like he turned green and started going, and just as I fell down, and somebody says to him, "Hey Joe," and he hey Joe, how you doing? And he stops. The truck stops just in time for me to get out. And I was just like, I don't know, like there is no way I should be living.
Yep. Divine intervention.
Yeah. I mean, I think it happens more than we realize, and it's just.
It does. Yeah. But the thing is, we're supposed to be calling on that, it's like, and we don't, it's like, Hiring the Heavens. Did you ever read that book, Hiring the Heavens?
No.
Fabulous little book. And I took a coursework from the lady who wrote the book. And it's like, they're there, right? That we got teams and we don't even use them. Right? It's like, when was the last time you used your angelic team? Did you know you had an angelic team? We do. We all do. And they're, yep. And they're like, "Hey Joe, how you doing?" Angelic team, right?
Right. And I know that. I know we have a team. Like, I've known it for so long, and still I don't ask. I think I have to do everything on my own, which is crazy. It's like they're waiting. That's what they're like. They want help, because as we ask for their help, they get a lot out of it by helping us too. It helps them in some way. And so it's like, it's really important to ask. And I'm telling you this so I can start doing it for myself.
Yeah. Let's put them to work, right? And they get bored waiting for us to ask to let them be part of our team.
Yeah, so they're not paying as much attention, because it's like, if the more we ask, the more they're around to help us. Like we should be.
I think when we pick up energy as well, they are more around us.
Right. I think we should be a relationship with them every day, like they're living in our places. Like,
well, they are.
Yeah.
They are. That's the deal. They are. And for us, it's just like, wake up and see it, right? Hey, Joe.
And say good morning. Have a relationship with them.
Exactly. Have your committee meetings in the morning, right? Sit at the committee, right, Daga? Have your committee meetings with them in the morning. Like, okay, guys, this is it today. What are we going to do? Today's 888. It's like, I'm ready to rock and roll. Just show me what to do. Help me, guide me. Yeah, they're there, unless we think we can do it ourselves and we don't need any help.
And we really can't do it ourselves. That's crazy thinking.
It is. It's really crazy thinking. But now we remember.
Yeah, if you are watching us, please, if you have some questions, please ask. It's last moment for you to actually say hello and ask your questions. So please.
I think it's time for meditation because we got
It's
like
time
12
for
minutes.
meditation, yeah. And if somebody really be brave and say hello and ask some questions, then we will on the end answer one or two questions, if that will be any. Okay, let's go for meditation, Morganne.
Let's do it. Let's find out where our guidance wants to take us. So let's get prepared.
Something to activate all our abundance, new earth, new cities. Activate everything what we can activate today.
You just did it. Oh my God, I love this. I love this being awake, aware, and conscious. Thank you for all of us gathering here together this day. And so together, let's just take a beautiful connected breath together. There's only one breath, the breath of God. And if we can imagine that outside of us, that air that we breathe, if we can just see it and hold it as this is the breath of God just waiting for us to breathe it in. So imagine with me, accept with me that outside of you, waiting to come into our beautiful body temples through our breathing is the very breath of God. So let's just take a very deliberate, beautiful breath of God breath through the nose. And once you get it inside of you, just let a smile come over you. And as you hold that breath in your body temple, imagine that breath is just gathering everything that is unlike God, unlike the divine, and let it gather up that energy and let it go through the out breath. Emptying the body temple of the frequencies and the energies that are unlike the divine. We're going to do this again. We're going to take another sacred, beautiful God breath in. Breathe it in and just breathe it in slowly, like you're savoring a beautiful piece of chocolate. Just take it in slowly and savor it. Breathing in the light, breathing in the unconditional love, breathing in the life of the divine, letting that affect every bit of our cells in our body, and let it cleanse, clear, and release from your body now anything unlike wholeness, peace, light, love. Let that go. Breathe it out. Now move your attention to your heart. Focus your attention right there in the center of your being. And imagine in the center of your heart, this is where the light lives. And I'd like for everyone just to take a moment and imagine what your light must be like. Do you have a little flickering flame? Or do you have a beam? Or somewhere in between? So I ask you to put your attention on your heart and upon the light that is in your heart. And I'm just going to be silent for a moment as you connect to that light and just continue to take those breath of God breaths into your heart. And imagine that every breath you take, that light is growing stronger. Continue to put your energy on that point of light. within your heart. And I'd like for you to imagine that where that point of light is the very place where that number 8 crosses. And so if you can imagine that within you, there's an 8 that is within you, but where it crosses is right there at the heart. And so what we want to do is expand that 8. Want to expand that consciousness of the infinite within us. And we'll just call it the infinite rather than the 8. So that infinite crossing is right there at your heart. So just go into your heart, sense and feel that, where that is, that light, where that light is within your heart, that crossing point of the infinite symbol. And as we focus upon that, we're going to expand that 8 to where that crossing point is. Allow that first movement of that 8 to move up into your throat chakra from the heart chakra. So take a breath, and we're going to move that energy up from the heart chakra up to the throat chakra. Take a breath in, move that energy up to the throat chakra, and allow that energy to clean, clear, and purify that beautiful throat chakra. And then on the out breath, bring that energy back to the heart. And then the energy goes now down and moves down into the solar plexus. Take a breath in, filling up that solar plexus with that heart chakra energy into the solar plexus, igniting our divine will, our capacity to be strong, igniting our strength. And on the out breath, bring that energy back to the heart chakra. And then just check in your heart, your throat, and your wisdom, that solar plexus, active, ignited, engaged. Back to the heart, and now we're going to expand that to open, activate, and engage the other chakras. So from that heart space, we're going to take a breath in, and this time we're going to move up to the third eye. So with that breath, take that from that heart space, that movement of that infinity up to the third eye. Breath in, bringing that breath up to the third eye and the pineal gland to clean, clear, purify our inner vision, our ability to vision, imagine, create. And on the out breath, we release any calcification, releasing, and the letting go of anything that keeps our vision from being clear, and then come back down to the heart. Take another breath in, and we're going to move that breath down into the second chakra, like right below your belly button, our seat of creativity. Take that breath in, clean and clear that chakra, opening it with the living love, that light of the divine, to clean and clear that second chakra, clean, clear. And on the out breath, release anything that keeps you from being in your creative nature, and back to the heart chakra. And so now we have opened the heart chakra, we've opened the throat chakra, we've opened the solar plexus, we've opened the third eye, and we've opened the sacral chakra. Take a breath into the heart again. And this time we're going to activate now your crown chakra and your root chakra. So we're going to take a breath in and move that energy all the way up to your crown, activating, clearing, purifying that crown chakra, so you have all your divine connections in place. And on the out breath, releasing and letting go anything that keeps you from opening your connection to the divine back to your heart. Take a breath in, and now we're going to go down to the root chakra, bringing all that love light down to the root chakra, into that root chakra where we bring it all that higher energy into the root chakra, and it's going to let go, release and let go any of the stuckness, all the victimhood, all of that energy. We're going to release that on the out breath and do so now. Let it go and back to the heart. And if you can step back in your mind's eye, you'll see that we have made 3 8s in that resonance of our opening and clearing and cleaning from the heart. We become the portal for the divine. And so as we have opened all these chakras and we're standing in our heart frequency, I invite all of us to invite now our entire angelic crew. Just invite them in. Come on in and let them surround you. And I'll be silent for a moment while you do this. Allow them to come in. You might have 1, you might have 3, you might have 100. We don't know. Just let them come in. Stay connected in your heart. Invite them in. Thank you. And notice that your angelic crew are all connected to your heart. Just notice that angelically, that this light that from your heart connects to the light in their heart. And notice that. It's like spokes on a wheel. You're at the very center. They're the spokes. They're what help you move your life. And from this place, I invite you to ask your angelic crew to assist you in removing and releasing and letting go of any and all victim consciousness. Give them that task. Ask them to release from your consciousness all shame, blame, guilt, sorrow, anger, hatred, lethargy, slovenliness, all that lower based energy. Ask your team to help reveal it and transmute that energy into love, into light, into peace. I invite you now to ask your angelic crew, those divine beings who signed up to be here with you through this journey, invite them to clear your path. Clear your path in the ways of your walking and moving in the world. Ask your angelic team to stand guard around you as you move into the 3-dimensional world as a high dimensional being. Your angelic team has been waiting for this moment in time, for this connection. Now bring your awareness just back to your heart, knowing you're always connected. And this day, on this beautiful August 8th, 2024, as we stand at the gateway, the portal for this consciousness of awakened, of aware, of love, of goodness, of stepping into our divine nature. Are you ready to walk through that portal? Are you ready? It's right there in your heart. It's right there. That point of light. That point of light. That's your portal. Take a breath in. And know that you are divinely accompanied as we consciously move into the realm of higher dimensions, higher frequencies, where love prevails. A new world is being ordered at this time, and that we are not only part of it, but we are the creators of it. And take a breath in on that one. Accept your divine relationship to the new reality. Accept that you are creator for this new divine reality. And stay anchored in your heart. And as you choose to move through that portal, to be the awakened ambassador of love and light and divine consciousness here in this realm, know that you are divinely supported, divinely supplied in every step of the way. Anchor that in with the breath. And just bring your attention back to your heart space, to your physical beating heart, to your body, to your breath, and to the awareness that the old time structure, the old timeline that you were in before is no longer. It's gone. Nothing to hold on to, nothing to be attached to. And now we are in that day of newness, where our manifestation skills are sharp and honed and ready because we're aligned with the divine. We are divinely assembled with our team of angelics that guide. And our ears are open, our minds are open, our physicality is open to that divine union and messages. And so as we come back into our physicality here, all that has been given in this visualization and meditation is anchoring itself within you. So as we begin to come back to the world that we live in, we come back as awake and aware and conscious and connected and walking a totally different path, where the past has been transmuted and transformed, and all that energy has gone into love. We truly are living in a remarkable time, and we truly are blessed to be here at this time on this planet with this awareness, with this consciousness. And so, in remembering that, I give thanks for this opportunity and for this divine window of time. I give thanks for the angelics that surround each of us, guiding us, helping us. I give thanks for all of the divine beings that assembled here this day and are gathering this day to awaken and remember this awareness, and that are utilizing the frequency and the energies of this incredible 888 Lionsgate portal. Bless us all that are using this and that are assisting humanity. We are blessed. We are loved. We are safe. We are guided. And so it is. Breath in and come back. And come back, eyes open, ready to be the awakened species in our world.
Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jeannie, is there something you want to say?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, you are such support for me at the end of the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you very much, everybody who've been watching and enjoying this beautiful meditation and this beautiful video today. Thank you. And we have Natty P. Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you very much, Natty, for being with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please make sure you subscribe for my YouTube video channel so you can see straight away when we're putting another videos up. Also, I have great news. We are now on Rumble as well. Not yet live. I wanted to be live today. Sadly, my IT team couldn't do it, but we're working on it. And quite few of our videos already on Rumble. And please, everybody who is signed up on YouTube, please go and sign up on Rumble, because never know when something goes down. And I see that most people who are really speaking the truth is moving to Rumble more than YouTube, because on that platform you can speak really without any thinking that you may be somehow cancelled. So thank you very much, everybody. From next week, will be for 1 month. We will be on a Tuesday. So next show will be on 13th of August.
Yeah. Until, and we haven't talked about this with Jeannie, but my Thursdays are gobbled up with a cute little short person. So yeah, so Tuesday.
So yeah, we will be on next Tuesday. So thank you very much for watching, and God bless.